Alright. Everything looks good. Hey everybody. We are playing we're playing some Death and Taxes today, as we usually are. Today is Friday, which means we'll be likely streaming 2 leagues today. If my yeah, I should be exiting host mode. I'm just trying to refresh my stream here. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna change the list back. I've played Brightling for I think 4 leagues. It's like fine. Hasn't impressed me a whole lot, and I've definitely missed having Hallowed Spirit Keeper specifically. But I cut it specifically just to try these Brightlings. I think I'm gonna go move back towards a more traditional list, trying out some different sideboard implementations. I have a like Paper Legacy tournament coming up in I think 2 weeks from now. I think it's the first weekend in February. I don't know exactly though. It's a smaller event, but I do kind of want to test a list that I would likely start playing in Paper. So we're going to make some edits to the deck list. Now I want one Brightling on the side. And I wanted to try Holy Light. I'm pretty sure Holy Light is terrible, and the most likely answer is that like I should just be playing 2 paths. And the games that I die to True Name, you die to True Name sometimes. It's just like the way the cookie crumbles. Holy Light's likely very much worse than Path in a lot of matchups, but trying out other removal spell tech. Hello. You want to be on the stream? Alright, well, I guess you're on stream now. But anyway, I really like this implementation of the 60. Oh, are we leaving the stream? Please. Okay, there we go. Alright, cut your claws. Anyway, I really like this 60. I've been very happy with a lot of these cards. The Ballista I could kind of see moving to the sideboard. I've liked Ballista a lot, and it helps fill out the curve because having a lot more like 2-drops specifically is nice. It's awkward when you're trying to curve out like either Violin or Schadenport, and you can't Violin your 2-drop. It's a little clunky, but I like it as just an extra 2-drop. But I could see actually maybe like swapping the Brightling and the Walking Ballista, but that goes up on 3-drops, and I get, what, 10 3-drop creatures? If I also put in, like, a main deck Brightling. I'm not sure if I like that. Then I would move Ballista to the side. And that seems like it would also be okay, actually. I don't know. Because Ballista's, like, a clunky 2-drop, because oftentimes your 2-drops you want to curve out with, like, Vial and Mana Denial hands, and Ballista does not help with that. So in some ways, Ballista isn't exactly a 2-drop. But maybe I will try that later. I think something like this is a list that I like. Third Chalice is another nice card to have, but I'm messing around with like weird cards like Sideboard Brightling, Holy Light, a bunch of other nonsense. But like if I had to register a list tomorrow, I'd probably just play 3 Chalice because Chalice has been really impressive, but I do want to keep trying new sideboard tech. Anyway, let's start. I need to update Cardboard Live. Just do that while I'm waiting here. I've also been playing this 60. Felt very good. If I were to change anything, I'd be cutting the Ballista or the Spirit Keeper for something based on the deck. Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy with the main deck. The Ballista and the Spirit Keeper are definitely like the most cuttable slots, I think, and the Remorseful Cleric. A lot of it is just preference, or if it's a smaller meta, like you can actually tech certain cards for. Like if you look around the room, and you're like, oh, there's no Grixis control here. Then maybe Spirit Keeper is worse than like a Brightling or a Mirran Crusader or something. But Spirit Keeper I've liked just because it adds to... People keep asking me about the Spirit Keeper because they think it's not like, oh, the Graveyard Hate's too slow. Oh, like tutoring it against Red Black Reanimator or Dredge is just not going to happen fast enough. And I have a little rant about that, but let me update this list first before I get too sidetracked. Hallows Jailer and Hallowed Spirit Keeper. In the sideboard, cut the Jailer, cut the Blessed Alliance, and we are trying a Holy Light and a Brightling. Okay. I'll update Cover Live in a second, too. I need to refresh. Cleric has the lowest cost to main deck, so I think it's third, but it's definitely next on the list. Game against Manaless where I mold Declare. I'll get to your question in a second as well, Lumber Boy. Had a 7 with Ripping game too. Yeah, sometimes you just like wreck them. Sometimes you do just naturally draw the Cleric against graveyard decks and crush them, and it's sweet. But the other thing is that basically what Akaleth said, that it's super low opportunity cost to be playing Cleric, because like its base case is still a 2/1 flyer. It's still good against Delver because it trades with Insectile Aberrations and stuff. And it just adds to the critical mass of graveyard density. It's post-board without taking up post-board slots. So it's like, oh, against Red-Black Reanimator, you want maybe five sideboard cards, but you don't want to fit 5 graveyard hate sideboard cards in your deck because you want room for other cards, and that's what Remorseful Cleric main deck can do. Hey, we got 4 of a kind. Do we win? Ugh, these hands all suck. Holy shit. Sandbaking on like Double Wasteland to carry me. Anyway, any consideration for second rip? Are you happy with 1? Kind of goes into the Remorseful Cleric thing, that I'm totally happy with 1, because Remorseful Cleric allows me to have 5 graveyard hate cards. 4 if we're talking about like specifically for like lands or loam, where Kateran Priest isn't really a graveyard hate card. I also wouldn't hate cutting the Priest for like 2 rips, depending on what decks you're gunning for. Am I keeping this? This hand sucks. Any hand with like Vials or Thalias, yeah, this hand's way better. His gas against Depths, Burn, and Delver. I mean, I don't see it being that great against. I guess it's like against Depths and Burn. Like, I guess it blocks Goblin Guides, and against Depths, like it blocks Merit Lage and can also attack. I don't know. We want like Stoneforges or Thalias or Wastelands. Avenger's fine too. I like Avenger. It also falls into like the critical mass theory of, it's not, oh, why am I playing this untutorable 3/3? It's, oh, I'm playing the 5th thing that can like block a Delver of Secrets. Ooh, Stoneforge on top against Burn. I like it. We're gonna play Remorseful Cleric here, because I just want to be able to trade with a Goblin Guide. Except you can clock them before they assemble everything via Bob while leaving it behind to block just in case. Against Burn doesn't allow Mancer and clocks them while Stonewall and Guide. Yeah, it's like fine. Those aren't matchups I would be specifically drawn to it for, but I guess... I mean, Burn everything dies the same to a Searing Blaze. I guess it doesn't die to Searing Blood, if that matters. I don't even know if Legacy Burn plays Searing Blood. Probably not. Against Depths, I'm unconvinced. I think like being able to tutor for a flying blocker is probably more important than it having Vigilance. There is one scenario, like recently, within the past couple of weeks, that I did actually manage to... I needed to tutor for a flying blocker and didn't have access to the ability to put in a Wisp to block a Merit Lage with the Mother of Runes. So Remorseful Cleric was great. I think I'm just gonna Stoneforge for Jitte, Flicker Wisp it. Stoneforge for Batterskull. If we draw 4th land, we can just play Equip Jitte. And if they don't kill the Stoneforge, we can put in Batterskull. Yeah, this seems great. Just Vial and Stoneforge. Grab Jitte. Cast Flicker Wisp on Stoneforge. What do you want, cat? I hear you. I don't know why you don't think I'm here. So now if they don't answer Stoneforge, we get a Batterskull, and if they do answer Stoneforge, we still have play Equip Jitte onto Wisp next turn. And if they just go like Land Sulfuric Vortex, we're just clocking them for 1,000,000. We just play Equip GT to Wisp and just hit them for 4. Get GT counters. Wisp is now unkillable and hits them for a bunch. If they just pass with mana up, I don't think I go for the GT. Probably just like play it and wait on Batterskull, because if I just spend my whole turn equipping GT and they just bolt my thing, that's terrible. Spike me. Alright. Oh, they're tapping out? Okay. They're just hoping I don't have the 4th mana to play with GT here, I guess. Ooh. That's a nice one as well. Are you dead? Do you lose? Yep. Good game, opponent. They're playing Flame Rifts. I haven't seen Flame Rifts in Burn in a long time. What does this sideboard look like here? Something like these guys. Maybe not the Recruiter. Recruiter might be too slow, and I might end up actually cutting some from the main. How do you board versus Grixis Control? I took out all my moms on the draw today. Not sure if that's right, but I wanted to board a Needle and Canonist. I think if you're not on Chalices, then moms are definitely still correct to keep in. Even on the draw, like, mom is a must-answer, or a close to must-answer threat. It's worse against stuff like Marsh Casualties, obviously, but I think a lot of the games that you win are like your curve-out Mother of Runes into Thalia hands as well. Even if you're on Chalice, I still waver back and forth on Mom and Chalice in the matchup. I usually just cut all my Plows and the Revokers, and depends on how many cards you're bringing in. If you're bringing in 7 cards, that's 6. Cut like, maybe shave like a Mom. Shave more to all if you are bringing in like multiple Chalices though. Roger is just like very medium. It opens you up to just getting absolutely demolished by K-Command. And like turning off their Planeswalkers is like not an actual plan that you should be having. Anyway, I need to actually sideboard before I keep answering these questions. What do you want, cat? She keeps whining, and I'm right here. Cut these Revokers. Could probably actually cut Sword. Like, GT and Batterskull is so important. Although, I get shattered a lot, so like having the 3rd equipment. If you live through 2 smashes, you're probably fine, though. Spirit Keeper is randomly nice. It's not a creature that just dies. It leaves behind something. We'll probably shave a Recruiter, and maybe it is just Sword. Do a Sword, a Spirit Keeper, or a Wisp. Let's try that. Anyway. Do you like Chalice against Burn? I played it last week and couldn't decide. All your ones are pretty good, and most of their scariest spells are on 2. No, like, Burn is like a super high density of 1-drops, and your 1-drops aren't super great. Like, you don't really need Plows past, like, the first stages of the game anyway. Like, the only time you want to be plowing a Goblin Guide is, like, on turn 1 or whatever before you're sitting behind your army of things that can block their guys. Well, this hand's definitely a keep. And it also, the Chalices stress their Smaster Smithereens, which are really good in the matchup. If you just keep deploying a bunch of must-answer artifacts, it's really obnoxious for them. Why am I bringing in Path? No, because, like, sometimes you do want multiple answers to Goblin Guides on turn 1, like, with this Plow. And also Grim Answers are scary. You bring in a bunch of Plows and Paths because you want to hit the creatures on turn 1, but you bring in Chalices because after turn 1, it's not, like, turning off your Plows and stuff isn't as relevant. Oh man, did they keep a 1-lander? I guess they get to Riftbolt my Thalia, so it's not a huge deal, but we have a second Thalia, so... Almost tempted to just play Aether Vial, but I think this Thalia soaking up 3 damage and their turn, and letting me deploy the second Thalia is totally fine. Like, Burn doesn't even have a lot of individually scary spells besides Searing effects and smashes. Oh, yeah, they're super dead. Unless they can rip a second land. Hey, we did it! We beat Burn. Easy. We won game 1 and 2 pretty handedly. It's amazing how many times Burn keeps one landers against Death and Taxes. I don't know if that's correct or it's just like bad Burn opponents, but you do win a weird number of games by people just like, oh, I'll keep my Goblin Guide Lightning Bolt hand against Death and Taxes and then definitely not get Thalia'd. If you're in his Monogas, think you can keep one land on the draw, since we see 2 cards before turn. Yeah. I thought about that for a second before I said what I said. I was like, like, keeping one land, I was talking about, I was like, keeping one lands on the draw is probably defensible as Burn, because they're, like, you have multiple draws at it, and your deck is a lot of 1-drops, like I was talking about earlier, but, like, on the play, it seems really risky to keep mono 1-cost spells against a Thalia deck. Although I guess mulliganing is also terrible, just critical mass against the life gain, like, the possible life gain deck is also not great. I don't know. As a competent player, I feel Burn can be rough. Like, as Death and Taxes, or just in general? I've never really had a problem against Burn, but... It's, like, a vaguely scary matchup, but it's one of those scary matchups that's not bad, it's just, like, it's concerning, because there's always so much pressure on you. God, am I keeping this hand? This hand is good if we're playing against, like, Grixis. Bad against, it's good against fair decks. I'd keep this hand against, like, Delver or something. Put him all to 6. I'll keep. That Burn opponent was Catlight and Brandon Dalway from the SCG Tour, I think, was it? I didn't even... What was there? Oh, wait, no, it's over here. M. Blanco? I have no idea. Maybe. Can't really... Yeah, this isn't really a core Firewalker format. Yeah, the games that you win against Burn is directly proportional to the number of Searing Blazes and Smash to Smithereens your opponent draws. Oh, well. Maverick, I suppose. I guess we can grab GT with this now. Get me, for one. I'm happy if this is just their turn. Am I supposed to... This is like... This 2-mana open feels really weird to me. If I revoke this Hierarch, I feel like it's just gonna die, right? Is it even worth revoking the Hierarch? Or should I just, like, Stoneforge for Jite? What kind of Maverick hand just, like, passes with 3 mana? Green Sun Zenith? Like, Green Sun Zenith for a 3-drop next turn? They just have so many 3s, it's so weird. I feel like Maverick is an inside joke I'm not getting. But sometimes they just go Thalia Choke Knight, yeah. I mean, that's... A lot of decks sometimes feel like that. Like, a lot of people that aren't proficient with Legacy look at Death and Taxes, like, how the fuck does this Dumpster Fire win a game in this format? I'm gonna Stoneforge for Jite. Scrib Ranger. Sure. Well, they just like Jite me, then you got me, I guess. Oh, yep, this is way better than getting Jite'd. Fuck. Gaddock Teague deal. Turns off nothing in my deck and turns off your Green Suns, right? Is that how this card works? Oh, I cannot hardcast Batterskull. Sorry, not every card in my deck. What am I doing here? Like Wasteland. I don't really like Wastelanding. Opponent has a lot of mana. Oh, I also can't Wasteland. Scrib Ranger prevents Wastelands. Cube games require cube measures. This is a cube match. I have a friend who's convinced that D&D is a myth perpetuated by people who play Legacy and that it can't beat a Brawl. I mean, Thalia is worse against Modern Storm than Legacy Storm, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm like tanking so long on these turns. Partially because I'm like not, my mindset isn't, I'm not like in the gameplay mindset right now. I'm just kind of goofing about. I think we'll revoke Noble Hierarch and pass. Looks like Flicker Wisp with Stoneforge. Feeling one of my opponent's last cards is Source of Plowshares, though. That's kind of mean. I suppose I can Wasteland the Scrubland, right? This is only bounce Forest? Yeah. Ooh, they got me. 3 damage. Alright. You forced my hand, opponent. Guess they really just didn't want me to deploy the Jite next turn? Or, like, play and equip the Jite, I mean. Now we can Mom plus put in the Jite off Stoneforge, which I really like. Because if we get to untap with the Mom, that means that the Jite is way more likely to connect. I'm gonna Wasteland me again. But we still have 2 mana. This could be like... I don't know, they can't actually even... Query, or Kosalia it. What's up, Static? Give me for 3. Give me for 2, alright. Alright, this looks pretty good for me. What am I suiting up here? The Revoker, I guess? The Stoneforge? They block with the Teague. I have to use the other counter to finish off the Teague. Then I also can, like, kill the Scrib Ranger. Revoker alternatively trades with the Teague, and I have to use the other counter to kill the Hierarch and the Scrib Ranger. I think I'd rather have the Revoker in play. Finishing out the week before I go visit my parents. Nice, nice. Sounds good. Get him, Stoneforge. Block, sure. Not even worth using the mom. Don't want to play. Don't want to play into a removal spell of some kind. The GTA is going to win the game if they just like can't answer it. We have enough disposable creatures. Unless they like. That doesn't do enough. Pretty sure you're supposed to kill Scrib and Noble instead of Teague. Damn I? I mean, the Noble doesn't have text right now, right? Rather let it live and have it turn off the Green Suns. I mean, that's fair. I guess like letting the Teague live has some merit to it. The real question is, do I kill this Scrib Sprite? This thing would be a 3/3. No, I'm good. So now there's very little danger in actually using my GTA or my mom here. They don't have white mana up, which they probably should have left white mana up to bluff Plow, but I'm not bluffing anything here. They can't use their Hierarch, so if I equip GTA and attack and they block with Scoos, I can pump, and then if like pump my Revoker to a 4/3, and then if they eat a thing, I can give my Revoker pro green, just kill it, get 2 counters, and then like their entire board's gone. And they have 1 card in hand, so it's pretty good. This is also fine. I just get free counters here. Yeah. Okay, sure. Scavenger Goose is still dead. That block did not seem great, I'm not going to lie to you. Now we will just kill the Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, that block was not my favorite block in the world. So if they draw, like, Knight, it could get a little... Actually, no. It's not really that scary. I mean, I guess that does, like, block my Revoker, unless I give it pro-white here. You could also just, like, Flickers the Thalia out of the way, which is probably just better. They could fetch for Dryad Arbor here, right? That's a thing that could happen to me. Yeah, wait, hang on. This is weird, because they can use the Scrib Ranger to, like, fetch for Dryad Arbor, block, and pick up. Which is actually, like, kind of clunky for me to deal with. So I could Flicker Wisp the Scrib Ranger, just so I get a flyer in play rather than using the Revoker, because those files taking up to 2 next turn. I think that is okay if they want to do that. I mean, it just, like, fogs my Revoker, which is kind of obnoxious, right? And they have 0 cards in hand, so I don't have to play around removal. I think just, like, Flicker Wisp the Scrib Sprite, give my Revoker pro white, and attack is fine. If they, like, want to trade Revoker for Dryad Arbor, that's also fine. We just get GT counters, we have a Wisp in play. Flicker Wisp, Mom, Revoker pro green. I could, like, Flicker Wisp the Thalia, Mom pro green. I guess that works too. And this still just like wrath their board, so we're probably fine. You got me, Dryad Arbor. Yeah, they end up with no creatures at my point, so they're just dead. Yeah, Zoroark doesn't matter. Like the Flicker Thalia pro green line was better, like keeping my Revoker alive, but their board is gone. They have no cards in 3 lands, and our hand is just like still good cards. They're very, very dead. It didn't matter a whole lot. I can even like leave this Thalia in play if I want to. I'll probably end up killing it though. Kill that so they can't like use it to give themselves 4 mana for a Green Sun or something. We'll leave the Thalia in play to like gum up Green Sun if they draw it. We're at 7, but we have an active Jitte. We can also just like kill it if we need to. Yeah, you got me. 2 damage. I'll go to 7. Beatdowns time. Just cast this Thalia, why not? Make spells cost 1 million more. Just thinking out loud typing in case that... Yeah, that's fine. I always like one of the reasons I like streaming is because I don't always play optimally, and I love to hear like people that think of the slightly better lines than me. Do I kill this? No. I'm just like they never casting Green Sun or anything. What's up? Don't open the fridge. How's it going? We're pretty good here. 1 round 1 against Burn, and now we are up. Or about to be up a game against Maverick here. Yeah. Real question is, do we name Abandon Hope with this Phyrexian Invoker? Probably. I guess no, we name like Qasali Pridemage. That's like the safe name. We're still very much going to win, but we'll name Qasali Pridemage. Could also name like Knight of the Reliquary, but like none of my decisions matter. I could have named Abandon Hope and it would have been fine. The worst thing is when I'm in chat and suggest a worse line due to something I'm going to have to curl up in the corner out of embarrassment. Real man's play named Jitte? Alright. Let's calm down. I just need to like stop burning my clock and kill them. Because if we go to game 3, need to play quick. So I could like ping this Thalia, cast my sword, or I could just not care. Do nothing. There, it's not dead, right? Just my opponent. Yep. Hanging out in my main phase here. Do nothing, stops them from... Yeah, that's why I've been leaving this Thalia in play. I was just thinking about like if I wanted to cast my sword, but leaving Thalias in play also seems fine. They're just super, super dead. Their best draw right here is just natural Knight of the Reliquary, which would be very, very big, but I couldn't do anything. And like we're close enough that they're gonna die anyway. They're just gonna take a bunch of damage here. So this will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put them to 7, and then they're dead. Yeah, that's probably fine. We did it. Yay. Game 2. Alright. Maverick, huh? Always look at the maybes here. And also the definitelys. I wonder if this is a Holy Light matchup. It's like, doesn't hit Mom. Only hits Noble Hierarch? Alright, never mind. This is not a Noble. Well, I mean, also it's like that Script Ranger, but pretty sure it's not a Holy Light matchup. I wonder if this is a Brightling matchup. So these ones are the definitelys, and then I guess these ones are the maybes. I never feel like I have enough room to bring in Rest in Peace, and it feels very lackluster. Like, the only thing Rest in Peace hits is Knights and, like, random utility guys. They don't have Mom. They do have Mom, it doesn't hit Mom. Because it's non-white creatures. Yes. It is the worst of the neg 1 effects. Everyone always underestimates how bad it is. It always gets worse. Anyway, step 1 is cut all the Thalias and the Sanctum Prelate and the Spirit Keeper. And we're short 1 card right now. I don't think Brightling's that great. Brightling does a decent job of, like, fogging Knights or something, but the ground gets gummed up really, like, big time very often in this matchup. It's like, outside of fogging Knights, I don't see it being super useful. Praetorian Priest only shuts off Green Sun. Also combos with your Wisps, though, for whatever that's worth. So I don't hate it. Cats are fighting over there on the bed. You like Spirit Keeper in the Mender is better than Brightling. Yeah, I think neither of them are quite making the cut. I think Priest is the best of all these cards right now. I'll look it over in a second here. Doesn't die to Rando Dread Knights last episode. Yeah. I mean, it's still, I'm not saying it's not good against depths. Like, it's a flyer. Flyers are great against depths because flyers plus Mom. But just like if your opponent has a Dread of Night or a Lily Last Hope, like your Servanger isn't beating the Merit Lage, right? Because you need the Mom. Yeah, flyers can be good against Maverick. I just like naturally board out Spirit Keeper a lot in plow matchups, but it can, if you trade it off in creature combat, it can do some things. It definitely does not have no text. I think it might be worse than these 60 cards currently. Yeah, I like the rest of these. Let's run it back and see what happens for the next game. Rather the Priest. I'd rather that than the Priest. Priest turns off much of our... I mean, it's different because we can control when the Priest happens, right? Priest is good when you, like, want to tutor for it to turn off Green Suns or whatever, or combo with your Flicker Wisps. Now, this hand is atrocious. So it's not always like, oh, Priest turns off our Vial, so why would we play it? Like, being able to control the, like, the symmetrical effect is always going to be better for the person controlling it. Bottom that. I want that, but I really want a third land. Lightcaster yelling from the handbag, please draw a third white source. Oof. Oof. Speaking of oofs, that Caracas draw. And then comes, like, the awkward point. Like, the thing that is awkward about Priest, notably, is that sometimes you have to, like, sit there and hold it up really awkwardly. Like, if my opponent has access to Green Sun for 3 next turn, am I supposed to cast my Stoneforge and further my plan, or am I supposed to just run out my Priest? The answer is probably, feel similar. The difference is that in the mirror, that your opponent can abuse it, and in this, you're, like, my opponent's not going to abuse me having a Containment Priest. But if you play a Priest in the mirror, your opponent can cast Flicker Wisps and wreck you. I think with Stoneforge for... Oh, wait, are we just dead? I mean, we're not dead because we can Judgment the GT, but... Like, Stoneforge is bad news. So they're going to play and equip to Stoneforge and attack. So I think I just want to play Vial here and then use a Lotus Petal Caracas to kill the Judgment... Or to kill the GT. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how it happened, but my cat has got her collar off, and she's now chewing on it. It's actually, like, impressive. How didn't she get the collar off? I'll go fix it in a second. One time, no third land. Oh, that's bad. That's some bad news right there. That is certainly some not good news. Now we might be dead. Especially because I have to Lotus Petal myself to cast this Council's Judgment to kill this Gideon, and we're just going to die to the Jitte. Keep breaking it. Don't break it. Trying to get you right now. Dumbass cat. Oh, God. 1 second while my opponent brutally murders me here. Hey, stop chewing on that. Wear the collar. Alright, back to getting wrecked. So, we're pretty dead. Guess we have file for Wisp to juke the Jitte eventually. Yeah. Not super great. Definitely under the gun here. Like, we had... What are we even fucking doing? Violent Stoneforge cast Jitte pass? Trying to set that up? The following turn we have Violent Wisp target Jitte, untap, or no, Violent Wisp target Jitte, get the Wisp killed, Flash and Priest end step, and then equip. So we're not dead. But we're definitely pretty supremely far behind. We won the game. Yeah, we won game 1, so there's always game 3. We have a plan. Yeah, it's not a good plan, but it is a plan. A plan that could go wrong by a very large number of things. If only Containment Priest Flicker Wisp worked on the Umasawa's Jitte. Well, that's not good. None of this is good. Okay, if you aren't allowed to have removal. Accurate. No removal for opponent here. Zero removal spells. Otherwise, that would be mean and hurtful. My opponent also needs to just not have lands to, like, cycle this Tireless Tracker and make it unkillable. An unkillable death machine. Like, we could use the Containment Wisp combo to kill the Tracker there. Actually, we couldn't even, because the Jitte just pings off the... Oh, fuck. Alright, well, we're back to being dead. Can we have a piece of... Yeah, drawing Plow would be nice. Wow, they brought in their Containment Priest. Wow, I guess we're getting got by the tech. Good to know that they have this in their deck. We're super dead now, but, like, what? This seems like not a very strong board in. They board out their Green Suns or something? Yeah, boarding in Containment Priest as Maverick seems like absolute lunacy. But does that also mean that, like, they're down on their Green Suns? Should I cut my Priest? Because they have theirs? Or are they just, like, jamming Green Sun plus Containment Priest and rolling with it for the same reason that I'm rolling with Vial plus Priest? Because, like, if you control it, you can play around it easier. They board out 3 Thalia Teague. Yeah, I mean, probably have better cards than fucking Containment Priest, though, right? Containment Priest is, like, actively scary for you to have in play with Flicker Wisps from your opponent's deck. Probably just jamming both. Yeah, it's probably just like still fine for me to have Containment Priest here. If you're a creature deck and you board in Containment Priest against Death and Taxes, it always seems so insane to me. Because weaponizing Flicker Wisps is horrifying. Like, if my opponent just Containment Priested on turn 2 trying to negate a Vial, and they play Tireless Tracker or whatever, or Knight of the Reliquary, and you just play a Flicker Wisp, it's just so horrendously bad for you. Am I doing anything different, though? I don't think so. Being on the play is just much better in this matchup as well. Blue-White Blade can do so. Yeah, exactly. Blue-White Stoneblade and Miracles, they can if they want. I don't even know if it's right in Miracles, but, like, I hate it a lot less when you're a deck that doesn't care about, like, getting your creatures killed by Flicker Wisps, like Stoneblade. I think we're just running it back, though. What's up, Minifer? Knight got sucked into its buddies, his priest buddy's own crystal ball. The opponent didn't even do it. This is probably keepable, right? Stoneforge for GT is so good. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. What card are we talking about? Boarding in Containment Priest against Death and Taxes as Maverick. Oh. Being weird for blue-white. Containment Priest is less weird for the blue-white decks because you're not all in on creature cards. Was the long and short of it. Please no Mother of Runes or Noble Hierarch. Mother of Runes, then. Not the worst. Definitely beatable. We got blown out. I wouldn't say blown out, because we were probably still dead, but opponent just, like, put another nail in the coffin there. Yeah, I don't even like it that much as something like Miracles versus Death and Taxes. I can definitely see the arguments for it, though, is the difference. I definitely agree that, like, sometimes if you board it in and you have, like, your reasoning for boarding it in, like, that's totally fine. But, like, I really don't... If you're a creature deck and you're boarding in Containment Priest against Death and Taxes, like, that just seems mad. Wow, opponent going off. Oof. Swords Plowshares right on time. The Josh Argument of Flash Bear. I'm just like Crusader, planning on like drawing something to deal with these moms, Noble or Revoker or something, and we just kill them with Crusader GT. I value easy decision making because it makes me win more since I need to think less. Yes, overthinking is definitely an issue that sometimes people have. I definitely have that problem. He just always has the priest for you. Sword of Light and Shadow, alright. Guess we're going that deep. Don't really care about this. This is like a very slow clock, and Pro White is not a huge deal. This is just... Also attacking with the Mom. Like, we could like tap down a Mom and crash in. If they just attack next turn, too. They just, like, gain some life and deal me, like, 2 damage. So what's my plan here? Is it just put in GTA, or is it play another Stoneforge? Maybe he has the Plow of Fire. Okay, that could be a thing. I mean, also, like, this turn, it's not as relevant, because I don't have the mana to play and equip GTA and answer this Mom in one turn, for sure. But maybe they're valuing holding up extra green mana or something for later turns. They might move this sword over to the Hierarch in future or something. Question is, what am I doing? I could play my other Mystic and hold up Plow, GTA, Sword, or Batterskull. Because the turn following I have 5 mana, so I can put in any equipment equip any equipment and still use swords. I don't hate that plan. Just second Stoneforge and wait seems good. There would definitely be a chance I can poke a hole in their defense, depending on what they do next turn. It also means I can't draw Batterskull. Is Solarlight Shadow even good? I mean, it's pro-white, so it's definitely not bad. It's, like, not my favorite. It's usually a pretty superfluous sword. Oof. Qasali's pretty obnoxious. Maybe they'll just, like, pop my Batterskull or something. A lot of Exalted. Put in Batterskull for bait. They probably won't pop it, though. Need Painter in the sideboard for this. Get him. Bash the Crusader. And the Crusader's just gonna run into a Mom, right? I could just kill the Mom after that, right? Like, play Equip, I have the Qasali, so that's never gonna work. I could, like, play Equip Sword to Crusader attack with Crusader plus Batterskull. They could even just block the Crusader, pop it at the Batterskull. Oh, meaning if you had a Painter. Okay, yeah, I got you. That makes sense. You make everything black, the sword de-equips, and Crusader has pro everything. Kills them. I don't hate play Equip Sword here, honestly. An attack with Crusader plus Germ. Force them to pop on something that isn't Jitte. And might force like a Mother Rune's activation if they do something poorly. Oh, they're recurring the equipment with Qasali. Yeah, that is pretty rancid for me, isn't it? This might be just dead. Unless they like monumentally fuck up in some way. Okay. So how does this work? They get back their Qasali, they play it. If I plow the Qasali, what happens? They just protect it with the other Mom? And then they still have an answer for our Jitte, right? So we need to like we'll need to like rip Revoker or another removal spell to win. Something like that. We actually want Goblin Chainwhirler. That would be a good one. That would be a good one to draw. Where's my Holy Light? 3 for 1. Sure. So the issue is, even if I plow this Revoker... Okay, yeah, they're moving this sword. That makes the most sense. Even if I like plow this Pride Mage and they just pop on Batterskull, we don't get to connect with GTA unless we top deck. Even Council Judgment doesn't do it now or something because they have Sword. I think we're just dead. We seem pretty dead. I agree. I think we are just like super dead. Go for the so I don't know what I'm supposed to plow. Like maybe it's the Mom. I don't think it matters. I don't think we can draw anything that wins. Because the Sword on the Bird and the Mom means that they have two things that can block. If I try to connect with Jite. Cleric definitely doesn't do it. Gets rid of the Qasali, though. Are we dead next turn? I don't think so. Not technically dead, but again, we also can't answer, like, two Moms plus, like, a Sword on something. Who cares? We're definitely dead. Yeah, we can prevent the recurring Qasali. If we had drawn that last turn, maybe could do something. But at this point, I feel like we're pretty dead. Double Mom preventing my Stoneforge game from happening, and Light and Shadow Qasali put us pretty far under. They'd have to fuck up pretty badly here. What are they doing here? Oh, they're leaving back the bird to kill me, or to protect from the Remorseful Cleric. So if we take 4 here, yeah, them leaving back the bird means that we can't even connect with the Jite. Mom is a pretty good Magic card in these creature matchups, that's for sure. Specifically like the Stoneforge fights. Yeah, if we had drawn... What? We drawn this last turn, we did get to do something, right? No, we don't have enough mana. We only have 6, so we can't even, like, Wisp. I was supposed to put it in this GTA end step anyway, but whatever. Like, last turn, if we had Wisp, I think we can Wisp a Mom. The other Mom was tapped. And we plow the Pride Mage, and we get a GTA Connect. I don't even know if GTA Connection does enough. Maybe it does. Let's just, like, prevent them from getting a sword trigger. Yeah, we're dead. Is the takeaway here. Yeah, Light and Shadow is, like, very strongly medium. It's like having like pro white and 2/2 as like the only text, and then them having Qasali Pride Mage to actually have the sword have more text after that was pretty rough. Yeah, we definitely had some draws, and they didn't pan out. Where's Maverick? 16 and 12. I win a lot of game 1s versus Maverick. And my game 2 win percentage is like way worse. I wonder why that is. Recurred Ballista with it in TNT. That is pretty hilarious. Yeah, my game 1 percentage versus Maverick is way higher than my game 2 and 3, but I only have like 11 matches to look at, so not an exceptional amount of data. Hand's okay. Probably. Hopefully we're not playing against Maverick again, or this hand is very bad. I shouldn't F6 on the draw. Ooh. Oh, not what I was expecting. Tezzerator. That's horrifying. I kind of want to wasteland this Ancient Tomb, if I'm being honest. Feels bad to wasteland the guy who just played a Mana Rock, but Soul Lands are scary. It's like Strix. Yeah, I don't want them to just like slam whatever it is. Academy or no, what's the stupid Saga, the artifact one? Antiquities War, there we go, got it. Could be same old blue-black Tez if we didn't wasteland. Yeah, they could just play a blue-black, or Antiquities War or a Tez on turn 2, which is just, oh, well, that's not good for me either. What are they casting here? Well, all these cards are very scary. I don't want to see any of these cards in play. Can we just, like, not? Nebrisier not. I'm going to play Rishadan here. If we draw a Wasteland, I'll probably want to, like, Wasteland Port. Yeah, this is a very horrifying start. I don't want to see any of these cards. Stop playing cards, opponent. Especially if they're named Sword of the Meek. Don't cast that one. Ah, fuck. GG's. We are officially dead. Draw like Rovoker or Remorseful Cleric or Recruiter, but not looking pretty. Hey, Revoker. Alright, we're not dead. We need to name Thopter Foundry at least. Skilled them out. I mean, they're still leaps and bounds ahead of us. Is the issue? Thopter Foundry. I wish I was this skillful. Yeah, it's the main thing about playing Death and Taxes, being a good Death and Taxes player. You need to get really good at drawing the card that you need. That's the #1 skill. Because you don't get to play blue cantrips. You just, like, every draw step has to be a blue cantrip. That separates the bad Death and Taxes players from the good ones. Oh god, now they have Tez or Antiquities War, neither of which we can beat. Imagine if our board was just Goblin Pile Drivers. That would be good. I'd like that. Yeah, we can't beat either of these cards. Oh, we can Flicker Whisper Revoker and then put it on Tezzeret instead of Thopter Foundry. How do we lose? How much damage are we taking from this thing? Like, a million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12? We got a Chalice, sure. Can we kill? No, we can't quite kill this Tezzeret, actually. Like, weirdly close. Yeah. This Tezzeret isn't the end of the world. We can... I don't know if saving the Flicker Wisp is more important, or the Plow is more mana efficient. Wisp Thopter and use Bomb to attack. If they don't play... Yeah, I don't want to use Bomb to attack. I think I'm just going to attack with Thali and Revoker at Tez, If they block the Revoker, I just use Mom to protect it, and if they don't, the Tezzeret obviously dies. The question is, do I like Plowthopter or Wispthopter? I guess Wispthopter, because the Plow can always go after the Baleful Strix. The Wisp can reset, like, the... Although, no. We're always going to be scared of Thopter Foundry here. I want to kill the Tez outright. We can't kill the Tez outright. We only have 3 damage, right? Am I missing something? Just flicker the token play. We can't do both. We have a Thalia in play. We can't cast both of these. Kill Tezzeret with both the dude. Yeah, we can't take them off of their whole board. We can't kill the Tezzeret is the issue. We can put it to probably 2. Nothing they can. Yeah, they definitely can block our Thalia, in fact. I think Wisp plus Mom here is fine. Thalia confirmed terrible. So Wisp the token, attack both at Tez, Mom the Revoker, and then play second Mom, and we just have Thalia Plow as leftovers. We need to hope this Tez like continues to hit nothing, which is not very likely, but we cross our fingers. Kill his Thopter. Put his Mom. Attack Tez. Attack Tez. They... Wait, what? That block seemed heinous. There's like 0 reason not to just block the Revoker there, right? The Strix is nowhere near that important. I mean, these are like Toxic Deluge me, but like if they have another, I think they'd really just trade off the Strix plus the Tezzeret and then play the new Tezzeret still, alright? That not blocking there seemed insane. Yeah, I don't know what they could possibly have to not block there. Trading their Baleful Strix for keeping Tezzeret at 2 loyalty seems like the strictly correct play. Alright, well, they get both the Moms, but we can just plow the Strix out of the way. They're also not putting the EE on 2 to kill the Revoker. They also overpaid on the Engineered Explosives because they don't know how it interacts with Thalia. But, okay. But, like, what? Put that Engineering Explosive on 2. Oh, no, if they put it on 2, they blow up the Thopter Foundry, so that's dumb. Yeah, they blow up their entire board if they put it on 2. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me, but, like, also, we're still very fine here. We can plow the Strix out of the way and just get them. As long as they can't answer my Revoker. This game went from looking unwinnable to looking totally fine very quickly. Yeah, for sure. Definitely not unlosable, though. If they have drawn answer for Revoker, we're between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, they only have 3 other cards, though. They have a Chalice and 2 others. Is it time for Chalice X equals some number? Chalice for 2? Chalice for 1? Please no Antiquities War. Ooh, another Tez. Make a 5/5. If they make a 5/5, we can kill the Tez with the Wisp. If they don't make a 5/5, we can just kill the Tez. Yeah. Attack. Face off line. Merciful Cleric's neat. technically lets us attack them and then play Remorseful Arc and then attack them for lethal next turn, but letting them plus a Tez seems not what I want to do. I'll leave them the Ancient Tomb. They already have enough mana to cast, like, Antiquities War or whatever anyway, and if they tap it, they're dead on the board as it sits. Deal. The Jace problem where the turn off gives them less... Yeah, exactly. We take 2 turns to kill them, but they get to see way less cards. We can't recruit for lethal here, right? We only have 5 mana, so we can't recruit Wisp, kill them. I probably will recruit for a Wisp anyway, though. Just as an emergency. Is Ballista better than Wisp? No, probably not. They draw Deluge and Deluge for 2 and wipe my board. And they still have Thopter Foundry, so they're just going to like gain life and kill me. Recruit Wisp gets turned to the Snaring Bridge. That's also a card I should be concerned about. That's fair. So if they answer this Revoker, like, with it. If they answer this Revoker with a Sweeper, then Ballista's not going to get me out of it. Hey, we did it! We won that game. Was not looking good. I'm pretty sure most of the reason we won that game is because they just didn't block. Like, getting an extra Tez activation seems like it definitely could have dug them out of that hole. Alright. I will take it. Alright, so sideboard time. Is this a Cataclysm matchup? This might be a Cataclysm matchup. It's definitely a matchup for these guys. Rest in Peace feels bad, but Thopter Sword is also scary. We have like 3 answers to Thopter Sword in the main. Roker, Cleric. Is Brightling any good? These cards are strong nose. These cards, 1,000% Cata match. Yeah, it felt like a Cata matchup. These cards are strong yeses. What cards are bad? Probably Plows are pretty horrendous. Spirit Keeper. Spirit Keeper seems okay. They're likely a Toxic Deluge deck. Let's see what else is bad, though. Prelate seems nice. Well, like, their payoffs are at 4 from Scared Deluge, so on 3 isn't bad. Is Mom any good in this matchup? Do they have, like, removal spells? They're a Chalice deck. What do they play? I don't know what their interaction suite looks like. Can anyone tell me how MTGO decides if it should tell me the storm count? I don't know. I think, like, if once the storm count like, hits 5, or you see a storm card or something, I'm not sure. Because I've definitely seen the storm count in matches where it didn't matter. Maybe they had a Flusterstorm in their deck, I don't know. Although, it shouldn't tell me that unless I've seen it. Is this a Rest in Peace matchup? I don't hate Brightling here. But I also don't love it. It does attack through Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, I'm in. I'm in for it. Ensnaring Bridge is a scary card. I'm less in for this Rest in Peace. I'm also, like, low on cards that I want to be cutting. This doesn't... Jite is not super strong. Probably Shave Moms, something like that. I don't hate this configuration. I don't think I want this Rip. Take Academy Ruins and Sword. Well, we have 7 seconds left, so we'll think about boarding in for game 3 if we see more. Google might be able to tell you that answer, Patrick. I don't know if Google or Storm players could probably tell you. Oh, that's probably not my deck list, Julsani. I don't update Stream Decker very often, but there should be, like, if you're on mobile, there should be, like, a puzzle piece icon, or if you're on desktop, there should be... Oh, did I ever actually implement that? Shit. Cardboard Live, there should be a little icon on the bottom middle of the screen, but I don't think I updated that deck list either. Let me refresh that deck list. Oh god, what's happening? Everything's flickering in and out of existence. Stream Magic Online. My opponent still thinking? Cool. It's about the size of an ant ship that I found it. Also, yeah, that deck was probably wrong too. I'm updating it. Alright, that should be better. What's up, Ecoimoy? Pretty good. This hand is very low in interaction, and my opponent kept a 7, but recruiters aren't bad. If this hand had a Vial, it'd be snap off, but without Vial, it seems very clunky. Okay. Ooh, land go. I like to see that. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. Remember, the difference between a good and bad Death and Taxes player is that good Death and Taxes players, you always draw the card you need. Good Death and Taxes players just cast Demonic Tutor instead of drawing cards for turn. What's up, Lasco? What's up, Lasco? Oh, sorry. The Stream Decker didn't get updated, Julsani. The Cardboard Live indicator got updated. Stream Decker's probably still behind. I could update that, though, while we're sitting here. I have not updated it in a hot second, but let's just sit here and edit it while the opponent's dirtling around. Let's draw, like, Wastelander or Schadenport or something. Thalia. Basic plans. You might want to kill Stream Decker. Yeah, the best thing is probably just kill Stream Decker, rather than trying to update Cardboard Live and Stream Decker, since Cardboard Live just, like, does everything I need it to. But some people really like typing exclamation point deck list instead of using extensions, so I don't want to take that away from them. But it also just creates more hassle than, for me. More hassle than it's probably worth. They just draw that or something? Cardboard Live is just better. I love Cardboard Live. Cardboard Live is dope. Oh boy, now we're dead. Just Tez? Oh, never mind. We're not dead. They don't have a 4-mana payoff. This is kind of scary, too. But we can recruit for, like, a Phyrexian Revoker or something here. Who am I? Do I just recruit for a Revoker to be on the safe side? I think I want to save my Relic Warder. Revoker also is able to answer like a Tez if they cast that instead of Thopter Foundry. And it doesn't sack itself like a Remorseful Cleric. I think recruiting for a Revoker here is acceptable. Especially because we have second Recruiter. Let's go get Phyrexian Revoker. I swear, as soon as I look away, my opponent's like, alright, time to pass priority. Recruit the Revoker and start praying for some Council's Judgments to show up. We're okay now. My opponent doesn't have that many payoffs. They're flooding out, kind of. They only have 2 cards in hand. So Revoker counters whatever the first payoff they have is. Unless it's Antiquity's War, because fuck that card. We'd have to recruit Relic Warder and pray. Oh man. Suiting up to beat down. I just blind revoking Tezzeret here? Because it's way more mana efficient, and I can't leave this Vial on 2. I need it on 3 to get these recruiters going. Suiting up this Baleful Strix, though. It is beat down o'clock. I'm going to put in the Revoker. Yeah, the issue is that this Vial's going to take up. We are going to play the second Vial next turn. So there's like a 2-turn window where if they draw something, they get to activate it. But it's probably better to just not play it yet. I think I almost assuredly am taking this Vial up to 3, though. Keep it on 2 and recruit to get Stoneforge. I guess Stoneforge does beat Strix. I was just going to go with Wisps. I don't hate that plan, though. Just Vial, play Recruiter, get Stoneforge for sort of Fire and Ice to beat these Baleful Strixes. Yeah, not bad. Recruiting Wisps is slower. It's safe. It's much safer, though, to just keep access to their Revoker. They only have 2 cards in hand. Sort of Fire and Ice seems gas. Go for it. We might not be playing Vial anymore. Do I attack here? I probably attack here. I don't need this Recruiter. Actually, no. If we're grabbing Sword, then, like, these Baleful Strix don't matter. Am I playing Vial or Mom here? Mom feels like it's better.